Did you realize that the Grammys were this past Sunday? If you didn't, don't feel bad. I didn't know. And I just talked about the ratings of past Grammys and Emmys and all that stuff over the last 10 years and how they've been dropping. Well, one positive thing I'll say about this one is the ratings did actually go up a decent amount, 34%, I want to say, from last year to this year. But still, viewership overall was down. And if you did miss it, don't feel too bad. Here's what you missed.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
At one point, the singer called out the audience.
Why are you acting like you don't know this song? Stay up for hours.
I'm from the Southeast, like DJ Paul. I'm a black man in America, and as a kid, I had a dream to become a part of music. And that 9-year-old is excitedly dancing inside of me right now.
A few moments later.
And that was probably about it, honestly, of any interest anyway. So to start out, Jay-Z was honored with the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, which is pretty cool. I mean, Jay-Z's had a ton of hits. Dr. Dre, phenomenal. That's great that he won that. Apparently that wasn't enough. He felt like his wife, Beyonce, who's had a ton of hits, no question about it. And she's apparently won more Grammys than anybody else, but never won Album of the Year. One begs the question of maybe she hasn't put out the best album of the year in a year. There's so many different categories. It's just like the uproar right now with Ryan Gosling getting nominated for his performance in Barbie, and Margot Robbie's not, and Greta Gerwig is not. And they, for some reason, think that because a man is nominated, that the woman can't be, or something like that, when really it's completely different categories. Ryan Gosling is up against other men in best male supporting actor or whatnot, and females for best lead actress, which would be Margot Robbie would be up against them. And apparently against the other females, the Academy didn't think that she deserved the nomination. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's the mindset behind it. Just because somebody has a lot of Grammys doesn't necessarily mean they should be winning Grammys in every category that they're in. So, maybe she hadn't put out the best album, and she certainly hadn't been cranking out anything lately that I'm aware of, and neither is Jay-Z. Listen to Jay-Z a little bit back in the day. I wasn't the biggest fan of his. I didn't listen to him all the time, but did listen to him some. But I hadn't heard anything recently. I hadn't heard anything really popping recently of his, Beyonce. So, it may be their time may be over with. I don't know. But yeah, apparently he was big mad his wife didn't win a Grammy for Album of the Year at any point in time. Then he started talking about people maybe shouldn't be in that category, throwing a little bit of shade. Audience seemed to pick up on it a little bit. So, maybe he's a little big mad and a little entitled, thinking he should be able to throw that weight around a little bit because he's Jay-Z. The next one up was Miley Cyrus. She did win her first Grammy, so, hats off to her for that. It was for Best Pop Solo Performance for her song Flowers, which was everywhere all year long. I heard it a ton, never really listened to it, but I heard it. So I knew it was around. I knew it was a big hit. Never really listened to the lyrics, never paid attention to it. And apparently a lot of people didn't either, because you can hear her in the video at one point say, "Why y'all act like y'all don't know the words of this song?" So I don't know if that's more entitlement or she thinks it's bigger than it actually was. And maybe that's just not the audience. It would be funny that the people that go to the Grammys don't actually listen to the music that are up for nominations and stuff at the Grammys. That would be hilarious and not at all surprising. And then lastly, and that was Killer Mike. Killer Mike from not my hometown, but home state of Georgia. He's from Atlanta. He's wrought with Outkast and so many others from the area. And one of my favorite songs with him and Outkast is The Whole World. Great song. Love it. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out. That's an excellent song, but that's back in the day. But Killer Mike put out an album last year. Best rap song, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Album. He won 3 Grammys and then got arrested. Apparently it was for a misdemeanor battery. I think it was one of the female security guards there at the award ceremony. Don't really know a whole lot of details on it at this moment. Don't know how legit it is or wasn't legit. People be throwing out charges all the time. But the good news is I don't know whether it's because he's Killer Mike or because it was in Los Angeles, but either way, got out, no cash bail, because that's how they roll out there in Cali. And again, it could just be because he's Killer Mike, represent Georgia.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.